Hey there, folks. How's it going? Hey there, Pirate Gear Boy 12. Hey there, always asleep. Pirate Gear Boy says, can't wait for more of that CLOAD or CLOAD, or you want to call it. And always asleep. I am incomplete without CLOAD. That's funny. So, the game I have here today, I showed it on a stream not too long ago when I was opening boxes and stuff. It's called it's called Quick Watson, but it's not really called Quick Watson. It's called Quick Watson, like Sherlock Holmes is saying, like, Quick Watson, the game's afoot, or something like that. I'm not sure if it's the first Sherlock Holmes themed game out there, but it's certainly one of the first. According to Moby Games, there's something from 1976, which is a book that you type in listings, but I'm not sure I believe it because there's no pictures of the book, there's no pictures of the programs, there's nothing, and I searched for this book on the internet and I couldn't find a single mention of it anywhere, so I'm not so sure that book actually exists. That game I know for sure exists. So it came like in this plastic baggie, basically, with this little hang thing. It says Quick Watson. One of the first games put out by Radio Shack. Hey, Stars Manny says, hi, Stu, I had this game as a kid, so don't spoil it. I'll try to keep the suspense up of what a great game it is, potentially, but we'll see. Here's the little manual. It's just like a page, so it can't be that complicated. And here's the cassette tape. Maybe an earlier version of this tape. I suspect there is. This is what I have here right now. Level 1 on one side, level 2 on the other side. Hey there, Palpucks, as the butler did it. So we're gonna play we're gonna play Quick Watson, which is the first Sherlock Holmes game that I've ever seen. It's gotta be good if it's technically a first party title. No, that's not true at all. We were playing like blackjack and backgammon that came with the TRS-80. That wasn't so good. Haunted House, that was not good at all. It wasn't really it was published by Radio Shack, but it was made by device-oriented software. But anyway, before we do that, we're going to go into the August 1981 issue of CLOAD Magazine for all the CLOAD fun. Stars Manning says, I remember it as a series of dots with a gap that scrolls left to right with machinist thinking. That is accurate. You will see that. That's a good memory, Stars Manning. So, what's on this disc? So we have cover, fire safety, checkbook, list it. So checkbook and list it both don't sound like games. And fire safety doesn't either, but I'll come back to that in a second. Then there's Wall Street, instructions on Wall Street. That's probably a game, but I'm scared it's like one of those games where you gotta like invest money or something. So if it is, it's probably gonna suck. There's Sons, which I don't know what that is, and then there's Disc Exec, which is definitely not a game. Now, we'll try all these things out that actually sound like games. Now, fire safety, I'm pretty sure I remember this from when I was a kid, and actually, it's like not a game, but I really enjoyed it as a kid. It's really cool if it's what I remember, which I think it is. So hopefully we'll check that out and we'll see that. Let me get this thing going here. Here's our TRS-80. Radio Shack Level 2 Basic. Let me put in the C-loads. And let us C-load it. Hit play on the cassette recorder. And we are off for another exciting evening of C-load fun. So I hope everyone is doing well. Got a few good regulars here on the channel. Always hoping there'll be some more regulars that join the crew, but it has not happened lately. At least not recently. If you're watching this after the fact, first of all, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you like TRS-80. If you don't even know what TRS-80 is, you definitely need to be subscribed to the channel because this is the only way you're going to find out. Let's see the lovely flashing asterisk. I totally agree with you on that. And if you like this thing you like, right, and if you have some memories of TRS-80 from back in the day, or if you have some comments on what we're doing here today, please leave a comment. But subscribe if you want to see more, is the bottom line. All right, here we go. Let's run this first, then I can talk some more. CLOAD Inc., the Automobile Patience. Why did I say Patience? Oh, it's making a cool signature. Issue number 482, August 1981. Look at that cursive. Ooh, look at that. That's fancy stuff. What's it doing now? Oh, it says hold on. Before it said patience, now it says hold on. Hold on, we're not done. We got more for you here. It's going into negative mode. I can't read cursive shit. It's not so hard to read. I wish I learned cursive in school. I think Pop Buck learned how to curse in school. That's what he's trying to say. I did learn cursive in school, but it was a long time ago. It's a long, long time ago. You can read it but not write it. Ooh, it's flashing again. Okay, if you have epilepsy, do not watch this part of the stream, because this seems like, whoa, it's not done yet. It's trying to make this as illegible as possible. See, this is you guys are the demo scene. This was the demo scene back in the day. Now, they didn't have those fancy demos. It was just like stuff like this. I don't think they worked too hard on this. I mean, like, hopefully nobody's watching this who has, like, sensitivity to flashing lights. I think if you have sensitivity to flashing lights, though, honestly, you shouldn't be on YouTube at all. It's trying to fancy cursive. Now it's trying to F it up. Yeah, it's basically, it looks like it. It's actually sort of like almost a 3D effect now, which is sort of interesting. It's like embossed. How many blinding flashing lights do you want to enter a screen? Yes. Yeah, it's a little messed up now. It's like, hold on. We're done with these crazy lines and stuff. Of course it's going to flash again. Again, it says. So now it's probably starting from the beginning. I'm assuming. If it does, we'll just stop it. Now we can see CLOAD again. It's flashing even more. Alright, that's enough. That was fun, but let's move on to the next thing, which I believe is fire safety. Fire safety. There we go. So, as I was starting to say before, this channel is a little bit interesting because I don't stick to one thing. I guess a lot of channels don't, but I really don't. Stop, drop, and roll, yeah. If I remember correctly, there's like different pictures of different kinds of fire extinguishers, and it's like teaches you like how to, yeah, right, exactly, pour water on grease fires. It tells you like what not to do. But yeah, this channel has a lot of weird stuff on it, I guess, but try to stay balanced between adventure games and old stuff. This is about as old as it gets. I mean, 1981 is not that old, but it's in the ballpark of being as old as it gets. Let me show you guys what I got, actually. Where is it? Hang on a sec. There it is. So, I got this thing, which is... It's a TRS-80 game in a DVD case. Nicholas Marentes. Apparently he made a bunch of games back in the day. So this game, Gem Hunter, is a new game that he released for the TRS-80. It comes on a CD, like basically as an audio file, so loaded as a cassette interface, I believe. And here's a screenshot. I don't know if it's any good or not, but it says here, there's a new game for your TRS-80 by the creator of other TRS-80 titles I'd never heard of, I'd never seen copies of, such as Stellar Odyssey, 1982, Neutroid, 1983, The Gladiator. These are all fairly late in the TRS-80 life cycle. And then it says all these games are also included on the CD. So, is it a platformer? I guess. I mean, it seems like it is. You're the gem hunter, and you must go down a deep underground cavern, running platforms and collecting as many gems along the way to achieve the high score. But don't stray too far out of view, or you'll be lost in the cavern forever. So I don't know. All I know is that it's a TRS-80 game that someone published pretty recently, probably in 2021. Yeah, bang for your buck. So I was like, stream tennis for 2. I don't have an oscilloscope, otherwise I might do that, but I need to get an oscilloscope first. But yeah, I mean, at one point I'm going to stream this, but I may do like an actual video on it, like an unboxing, because it's sealed. That mechanical game basically in the last video was in the mid-60s. So there's a lot of those mechanical baseball games, apparently, and they're all from different eras. So some of them are older than that. But yeah, the funny thing is, I uploaded that video, and also, yesterday? A couple days ago, whatever it was. I guess yesterday I uploaded it. Like, it's hardly got any views, and the one I did on the mechanical soccer game also got, like, no views. But historically, those videos with the electromechanical games, like, have tons and tons of views over time. So I'm hoping it's going to be like one of those things that over time gets a lot of views. By the way, you know what else happened that's really weird? And I know it's ready, but I'll tell you quickly before I forget. The stream I did on the 25th Ward, this past Saturday night, for some reason, in the middle of the night, like on Sunday night, it blew up and it got like 450 views just for like an hour, and then it like died right away after that. Like the YouTube algorithm sucked it in for a minute, and then it was like, I don't like this, and spit it back out. So I'm not sure, that was a little bit weird, because that's like one of the worst games I ever streamed, so I don't know why anybody would even click on that, but regardless. Yeah, I think they have a long tail also. So look at that fire. Every year, thousands of fires ruin homes and buildings, even worse, take many lives. Many of these losses can be avoided by knowing a little bit about fire safety. This program will help you learn some basic fire safety. Press any key to begin. This diagram illustrates the 3 things that are needed before a fire can start. The diagram is thus called the fire triangle. Removing any one of the 3 sides will put out a fire. Usually the fireman can only remove heat or oxygen. That's smart. Fire is more than flames. In addition to flames, fire makes deadly gases, enormous heat, and smoke. Some of the gases can cause death within minutes. One of the fires, carbon monoxide, cannot be detected by our senses, and our lungs can be burned with only a single inhalation of a fire's superheated air. Hot air rises, so consequently, a room above a fire may be just as dangerous or more dangerous to stay in as the room with the fire. There are 4 different classes of fire. This is where Palpuck was coming in here. We'll briefly discuss each classification. Type of fire. I like these pictures. I don't know. When I was a kid, I enjoyed these graphics. This is like more graphics than you usually see on a TRS-80. Type of fire, Class A. Fuel material, wood, paper, cloth, trash, other common combustibles. How to extinguish. I guess it's a chair burning. How to extinguish water, foam, dry chemicals, soda acid, or carbon dioxide can be used to put out a Class A fire. The most common type of fires, removing heat from the fire triangles, a cheap method of extinguishing them. Press any key to continue. Type of fire. That seems like a bad idea. Class B, flammable liquids such as gasoline, oil, and tar. How to extinguish carbon dioxide, dry chemical, or other types of extinguishers that smother the fire. That can be used. Eliminating oxygen from the fire triangle is usually the method of putting out Class B fires. Water will spread a Class B fire. What do you guys think of this so far? I guess that's an electrical fire. They're burning like a wire on a lamp. Type of fire, Class C, electrical equipment. How to extinguish carbon dioxide, halides, or dry chemicals can be used. As in Class B fires, the elimination of oxygen from the fire triangle is a typical method. Using water is very dangerous. You may be electrocuted. You're in school again. Oh, I love these pictures. Class D, burning metals such as magnesium, aluminum, zinc, sodium, potassium, other metals developed in nuclear research. How to extinguish dry powder is used. Metal fires are dangerous. Use Class D fire extinguisher requires training. If that's cryptic, it's like a plane on fire. It's very clear. I think all these graphics are very, very clear, to me at least. Fire extinguishers. There are 4 major types of fire extinguishers that are commonly available to the public. We'll discuss the 4 major types, what they look like, and how they are used. Soda acid extinguishers. The soda acid extinguisher can only be used on Class A fires. It is ineffective and can be dangerous if used on any other class of fire. Inside is 2.5 gallons of carbon of soda. At the top is a small bottle of sulfuric acid. Inverting the extinguisher mixes the 2 chemicals. This creates pressure that forces the soda water out of the nozzles. It's like water. Okay. Pressurized water extinguishers, basically the same thing, except it's not soda. Only used on Class A fires. Carbon dioxide extinguisher. This type of extinguisher can be used on Class A, B, and C fires. It's characterized by a large conical-shaped horn attached to a valve system at the extinguisher's top. Who cares how it works? CO2 turns to vapor. It comes out in a large cloud. It smothers it. It's very cold. Okay. Dry chemical extinguishers. This type can put out all classes of fires. It's like CO2 in every respect, but it lacks the large horn and not even a hose at all. When the valve handle is depressed, the powdery chemical is forced to the nozzle and settles on the fire, smothering it. Fire prevention. Here's a list of tips. Make sure appliance cords aren't frayed. Running over carpets or furniture, not too many are plugged into a single electrical outlet. Store oily rags and paints in tightly sealed metal containers. Don't store flammable liquids. Don't store paper goods in large stacks. Never smoke in bed. 18% of all fires start from smoking. Don't go to sleep or leave the house while cooking something. Keep some baking soda handy in the kitchen for cooking fires. Don't store anything in your water heater or furnace. Don't burn trash near your fireplace. Make sure to have a spark arrestor screen on your chimney top. Have an appropriate number of smoke alarms in your home. Have an escape plan and practice it with your family. In case there's a fire, I never smoked either. The reason why I didn't come to learn, thumbs down. The reason why I never smoked is because my grandfather used to smoke, and one time when I was a kid, I asked him, like Grandpa, I know it's not good for you to smoke, so I'm assuming it must taste really good to smoke, and that's why you smoke, right? And he said, "What? No, you kidding me? It tastes terrible. Every time I smoke, it tastes like 1,000 cows just took a shit in my mouth." So I was like, "Oh well, in that case, I'm not really too interested in smoking. So thanks for telling me that." Hey, Evil Mier, how's it going? You remain calm is right. If a fire is small, smother it. Use other appropriate extinguishing methods. Use water only on Class A fires. Call the fire department. Alert everyone. Stay close to the floor. Check doors for heat before opening. Don't open doors or windows quickly. Use your escape plan. Don't waste time using the power of chemical addiction. Don't waste time using personal belongings. Getting personal belongings. Remain calm. That's the important one. And stop, drop, and roll. Test section. What type of fire extinguisher is this? Dry chemicals. No, it's a dry chemical. F you. More problems. Can this extinguisher be used on this fire? Yes. Correct. More problems. Can this extinguisher be used on this fire? Yes. Correct. I'm so good. Can this extinguisher be used on this fire? No. Correct. See, it's a game too. Can this extinguisher be used on this fire? No. I'm so good at this. Can this extinguisher be used on this fire? Yes. I want to get at least 90%. No. You did that already. No. Prototype light span. What type of fire extinguisher is this? What was it called? Like CO2 or something? Soda water. I don't think it was just called water though. It was called soda water. Let's just have water, see what it says. No, it's pressurized water. Stars, man, you dum-dum. Didn't you know that? What class of fire is this? C. Yeah. 80%. Type of fire extinguisher. It's the same one, isn't it? Oh, this is no. This is the dry. No, what is it? This is the water. Pressurized. Same one, is it? Pressurized water. No, it's a soda acid. Come on. Alright, that's enough. End. What's review I guess to go back to watch it again. I think end is enough. Rating. Good firefighter. Alright. These graphics would make for a good ugly kid sweater. That's probably true. That was fire safety. So it was sort of a game. I guess I would play that for more than I did, but I enjoyed it for what it was. Good graphics. So we're going to skip checkbook and list it. And we'll go to Wall Street. And let's check that out. The fun of the TRS-80. I thought that was fun. You guys seemed pretty engaged too, even though it was dumb questions or whatever. They should give you multiple choice for the type of extinguisher, not just like how to type it in. It was something. Anyway, yeah, so I'm going to hopefully play this at some point soon. But like I said, I'll probably do an actual video for it, like an unboxing type thing, because it's sealed, and if I'm going to open it, I might as well make a video for the opening. Did I ever play Starfighter? I didn't, but I have it. It took me a while to get it, by Sparky Starks, right? By the way, I got this recently. It's like a cassette album with a bunch. They're all seem to be TRS-80 tapes. Some things I had already, and some of them I didn't. But like, there's some stuff in here like I never heard of before, even like Slag and Back 43, which sounds like a golf game, but I don't Back 40. Maybe like Back 9, not Back 40. You're guessing it's no Starfighter on 3D. It's probably better than Starfighter on 3DO. Oh, yes, I was... Hey, Miami Sunrise, first of all. And yes, I was a Wing Commander. I am a Wing Commander fan. This is a game. This is a game of money. This is a game of power and money. Sorry, no sex. Glad I read that fast enough. Do I have Volcano Hunter? I never heard of Volcano Hunter. What's Volcano Hunter? Yeah, Wing Commander, when it first came out, like, it was awesome. If you remember the beginning of it, where there's, like, the orchestra is, like, playing, the guy's, like, like, silence, and then he starts conducting the orchestra, and it's like, thank you, Jim. Boy, Jim. Well, hey, Jim. First of all, thank you for saying Origin FX. And Jim had a really great video on his channel today. By the way, if anybody's interested in how to, what's the best way to digitize video? Well, not the best way. The best reasonable and cheap way to digitize video off of VHS tapes. Then check out the Old School PC, as Jim says, his channel, or one of his channels, I guess. Volcano Hunter is a platform adventure game. For what system, Palpuck? I never heard of it. Alright, Seattle Herald Journal, December 21st, 1980. J.Q. Smith, multi-billionaire and chairman of 8 corporations and 4 holding companies, announced today that he will gradually retire from all his corporate positions and will sell off all of his stock over the next decade. This devastating news shocked Wall Street. It was probably Jim Stars, Manny. This devastating news shocked Wall Street as Mr. Smith named no heir to the throne. Mr. Smith is the chairman of the 2 major Seattle banks, Seattle First National and Rainier, 2 of the largest national resource companies, Weyerhaeuser and Georgia Pacific, 2 largest manufacturers, Boeing and Pacific Car, and something else. By the way, Jim, I did make a comment on your video, but I also forgot to mention it was a real blast to see you from 1997. That was pretty fun. Type return or print return? What is your wish to continue? I'm going to hit return. Foundry, as well as 2 of the largest shopping malls, Bellevue Square and Northgate. He's also the chairman of the Big Four, that is American Holdings, Evergreen Holdings, United Holdings, and Tan Staffel Holdings? That must be an acronym. I've heard that before, Tan Staffel. I don't know. I can't think of what it is, though. When asked who he would sell the stock to, who to replace as a chairman of these firms, he smiled and replied, "The stock when I choose to sell will be sold in the open market. Whoever the common stockholders choose to elect will be the next chairman." He made no further comments. Yeah, you're going to retro computer that footage, but you're more interested in the computer. You also had a little baby in that footage. Time return when you wish to continue. When your wish to continue. The object of the game is not to become the richest player, as it's true for most stock market games, but rather, as in politics and real life, the most powerful. Chairmanships bring with them both power and prestige, as well as a tiny salary. Each corporate chairmanship is worth a point, and each holding company chairmanship is worth 3 points. Thus, 20 points may be obtained by a player. The first player obtains 11 points, and if any calendar year is declared the winner. The stock of any corporation or holding company that is owned by a holding company will be voted for the chairman of the holding company. The stock owned by a player should be voted for the player. All chairman elections occur once annually at the annual stockholders meeting. These are randomly scattered throughout the year. This game is basically self-documented. One should not forget the importance of such things as income tax, dividends, savings and checking accounts, etc. This seems like not a type of game that I enjoy playing, but I'm going to load it up anyway to see what it looks like. So that would be this one here. Let's do new. The wrong one. Pirate Gear Boy is whining and saying, "Time needs to stop flying like this. I can't believe I'm 24 now. Oh, I feel so bad for you, Pirate Gear Boy. You're such the ripe old age of 24. Jim and I are just heartbroken over your sad outcome that you're already 24. I wish I was 24. I would pay infinite amount of money to be 24 right now. So it's not too bad. That baby is 26. Yeah, I know, it's pretty crazy. And this game is it's even older. This game is 42, and I'm older than that, unfortunately. What else are you guys saying here? So is AT&T PC 6300 to 6-bit guy 8-bit guy CG upgrades video. Jim says, I remember 24, and it was a blast of times. Yeah, that show was pretty good. I actually played 24 the game on this channel. I streamed it, if you guys remember, on the PS2. That was pretty good, with Jack Bauer and whatever. Jim Leonard is a soothing... I'm just kidding around. Jim Leonard is a soothing voice. Jim does have a pretty... I know you meant age 24. Jim Leonard does have a pretty soothing voice. He's a pretty soothing guy. It's like... Let me show you some of this VHS footage. We got this really cool guy here dancing around. Don't copy that floppy. And here I'll show you the best video card to use, as well as the best USB video capture device. That's not so good of an impression, but he's very smooth. He's easy listening, you know. It's also a decent microphone. Was that a dig? Here's a snuff film? What, here's a snuff film? Oh. For his video? No, he used a don't copy that floppy thing, like a Windows film or something, and also what was the other one? I forget. Here's my impression of Stu to see the Origin effects, thing. Yeah. All right, let's check this out. At least it was recognizable, Jim. This is actually that was the Origin FX theme. The actual game was like do 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 It's like this is all from memory. Like I must have played that game so many times. Anyway, so this game you see already, it's a fail because it requires 2 players. So I'll say 2. You know, player 1, Stu. Are you trained in music? I'm not. I did play piano back in the day, but it's been a very long time. But I've always had a very good ear for music. Not necessarily a very good vocal cords for music, but I've always had a very good ear for music, and I tend to remember melodies very well. So when I once went to Video Games Live, and I'll never make photos too. Thank you, Jim. I once went to Video Games Live, and Tommy Tallarico was very nice to give me backstage passes, and through nothing I did to deserve it. Which is why, like, when everyone's ragging on him now, like, about the Intelligent Amico, like, all I know is he gave me backstage passes at Video Games Live, and he signed my backstage pass and my shirt that I bought. I'm not sure I bought the shirt if he gave it to me or what, but when I was back there, there were some people having a discussion about the music for Kirby, and I was like, which Kirby theme are you talking about? And I rattled off, like, 10 different themes from Kirby, and they were like, what? How do you know that? I was like, I don't know, I just remember music. Jim says Tommy's a nice, talented person when he's in his element, music, not so much as CEO or PR rep. Yeah, it seems like he has had some challenges, but I only wish the guy well because, like I said, he was very nice to me. They would play number 1, Stu. They would play number 2, Jim. It's also short. It's Stu's turn. It's the first half of January. Interest income $62.50. Earned income $500. Checking account balance. Oh my goodness. How much was the transfer to checking? I don't know. $10,000. Below the stocks listed on the New York Stock Exchange. You buy 600. How the hell am I supposed to know? Like they give me no information at all. This what I don't like about these games in general. It's just all probably random, but like, I also didn't do too well in the stock market, Jim. I don't understand this. Like the point of this though, because like if anybody invests in any companies like this is how anybody really invests. They should lose everything because you don't invest in something just because of the name of the company. You have to look at the performance. You have to look at the valuation and the annual reports and all these different things. So I don't know. I'll buy 10 shares of that. I'll buy 20 shares of this one, and I'll buy 5 shares of this expensive one. Now it's thinking. I guess it's thinking. Pirate Gear Boy says Computer Chronicles Paul Schindler in 1985. In like 1985, roots of Wall Street gave the IBM PC gave very high marks. Was that the Wizard of Wall Street? That's probably that one. Most of the other Wall Street. That's what I'm saying. It's like if it's random, like what the hell's the point? That's I totally agree with you, Jim. That's my point too. Although this one's not even going. It's like, what's it thinking about? It's deciding like what happens with all the stocks. There's only 3. How can there be only 3 stocks, by the way, on the New York Stock Exchange? It's like the worst simulation ever. Am I go to the NASDAQ now or something? Or is this even working? Yeah, Wizard of Wall Street. That's what I thought. Pork bellies are falling. That's the commodities exchange, pal puck. Don't you know nothing about it? Nothing. There's almost no lag at all. I did change some settings a long time ago. But I think just it got better. I'm not sure. I noticed that too. Also, one thing I did change is that there's 2 options for the stream. There's live chat and top chat. And it defaults to top chat, which makes you miss some things. And I changed to live chat. I think I get things faster that way. It's by Synapse, who made... Oh, that's true. It is by Synapse. And I don't have Rainbow Walker or Alley Cat. And Jim, the bastard, actually has a copy of Alley Cat for the IBM PC, which is probably worth like $2,000. But Jim says he works for a trading firm, many crazy intelligent PhDs in quantum physics. Yeah, I don't think anything's going on here though. I mean, this game. What happened? I hit enter a bunch of times. Do you want to see my net worth? What happened? Okay, my net worth is the same as it was before. That makes sense. I'll never sell Alley Cat. I can't sell something I have that Stu doesn't. Someday! Okay. Do you want to see my net worth? No. Do you want to sell any corporate stock? No. Do you want to sell? No, I don't want to sell anything. It's Jim's turn. All right, so for Jim, we're going to go for broke because Jim is a better investor than I am. So Jim is going to buy. Let's just at least let it ride. Just buy all Northgate Wall stock. I bet 500 on black. The Atari version is far better in every way to the IBM version. Well, there's one way that it's not better, which is that it's not for the IBM. So, and also it's worth a lot less. Alright. Do you want to see your net worth? No. No. Alright, what happened? Well, I earned $500. That's good. How much was the chance for checking? Another $5,000. Let's buy. How come it's not even the same stocks that he was able to buy? He had something. He had other stocks. These aren't the same stocks. But it's like a different every time. It's a different stock every single turn. I don't get this at all. No. Jim's turn. He also earned $500. How come he earned $500? We both earned the same exact amount? How is that possible? That's true. He said bet $500 on black. Alright. Buy 31 more of Northgate Mall stock. No. Okay. This is stupid. What's going on here? Is earned income dividends? I don't understand this game. This is horseshit. I'm not playing this anymore. I'm done with this. You guys are probably done with it too. Is anybody that wants me to keep playing this? Otherwise, I'm going to abort this and see what Suns is. Not a great game. I agree. Let's to hell with that. I was never with it. Oh, sorry. Keep playing. No, it's not worth it. Let's reset. Memory size. System. Suns. Here come the Suns. Do 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 do. Here come the Suns. It's probably gonna suck. Do 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 do. We'll see. Hopefully it'll be good. Hopefully it's a game. All I know about it is it says Suns. You know as much as I do. Imagine Here Comes the Sun. TRS-80 beep form. Yeah, that's pretty cool actually. Beep 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 beep. Whatever. So this is the last one, and then we're going to go to the main event, which is, again, quick, Watson! Quick, hurry up, Watson! Jim is surprised that the Pirate Gear Boy 12 is only 24, and that he hasn't changed his name yet to the Pirate Gear Boy 24. I like newer games, too. I feel bad, honestly. So I played Colossal Cave, and I really thought the graphics were great. And then, all the reviews said the graphics, sucked. So what does that mean? It probably means that, for me they were great, because I'm used to playing this. And for people that are used to playing Cyberpunk 2077 with people's, junk hanging out and stuff, probably it's not so great. Compared to that, I'm assuming. But I don't know, I never was a graphics snob. Watson, come here, I need you. Never mind, not Alexander Graham Bell. Yeah, exactly. I never got the graphic stuff. Cyberpunk 2077 is all about the looks of the story. Yeah, I collect stuff. I collect pretty much everything, but I have no room anymore for anything. That's the problem. I need to get more space. I need to buy a mansion just for my games. Oh, nice. I still use my old, this is the camera I mostly use for filming. It's my phone. That's my daughter. I didn't mean to do that, but that is my daughter. She's very cute. That's an old picture of her. But, regardless, that's the photo, that's the camera I use. It films in HD and 1080p, but it doesn't film in 4K. If I get a new phone, I can do 4K, and then I can zoom in and stuff like that. But I haven't found it worth it to me yet. Use that Patreon money and buy a new place. The Patreon money, first of all, the gross is not very much right now, and the net is after I pay all the people I'm supporting is basically zero. I buy some collector's things, mainly JRPGs. Yeah, I have a problem also. I tend to buy collector's editions. If I'm going to buy it, I might as well buy the collector's edition. Then it ends up being, huge. And then you're like, what the hell are you supposed to do with the damn thing? Sons, another super video game, real-time action, written by Alex Crease, the writer of Stars. Do you need instructions? Yes, I do. The object of this real-time game is to collect as many suns as possible in the time given. There are 2 ways to get a sun. You can 1, open the correct door and let it go through, or 2, destroy it with your missile. Okay. Number 1, it works this way. Certain keys on the keyboard directly correspond to doors on the screen. By pressing that key, the door will open. Then a sun should hit it. It would pass through because there's no door there. But if the key was not pressed, it would bounce off it. Very simple. There are 9 doors in all, are controlled by the following keys. I don't see following keys. Note, the key position is where the door is. Also, if you have a numeric keypad, the corresponding numbers are there too. Press enter to see it. Okay. TYU. Probably using the keypad. Or maybe I could use the keypad. I don't know if my number lock is on or not. TYUGHJBNM. Go ahead and try the keys out. Oh, that's nice. That's a cool feature. Let's see if I can use the numeric keypad. Oh, there, okay, it's working. Yeah, I'll use that. It's a little bit easier. Real-time action, says Jim. Thank goodness, as we're going to be riveting slam bang turn-based action. Yeah, like, I thought about getting those metal racks or whatever, but I don't know. I just don't think I have enough space for it. IKEA bookshelves I have. What do you mean by hang shelves? Like, oh, hang shelves next to the walls. I don't even need more space to hang shelves. The $1,000 pyramid. When you release the key, it will reappear. Okay. If you have only one key at a time will work. It usually the correct keys. When you've done that, press enter. The charge will continue. Okay, that was the first way. The second way, destroying a sun with your missile, is almost the same. Let's say a sun just appeared and is going down toward the bottom of the screen. You don't want to wait till it comes back to go through the door, so that'll be a waste of time. So you fire your missile at it. You do that by holding down a door key and press the space bar. The missile will fire. Only one missile can be on the screen at one time. You also do not have to hold the key after the missile fires. You can do anything once it has been fired. If you make a mistake and fire the missile in a spot where there's no sun, the missile will Jim says this is Missile Command, the text adventure. The missile will bounce like a sun, and you get it back by doing the same thing, number 1, that you do to get a sun. This all seems complicated, yes it does, but once you play the game, you'll understand. That's the basic rules of the game. Now, when you start the game, there are 2 questions. Skill level. The answer to this question determines how many suns can be on the screen at one time. Yeah, beginners use 0, yep. Alright, beginners use 0. The computer keeps track of suns got an upper right of screen, 100 seconds as many suns as possible. There are sound effects, and to hear this, either get an earphone and connect to the recorder and start it, or connect the big plug to the aux of an amplifier. So hopefully we should be able to hear the sound effects. So skill level 0, speed level 0. Oh, there's a sound effect. Oh, that actually worked. Oops. It's hard to tell where it's going. Oh my god. I'm not doing this right. Jeez, this is hard. This is pretty hard. I think I'm starting to get the hang of it, though, how you can tell where they're going. You only shoot one bullet at a time. Missile Defense 3D, you're hard out. They go further down if the ones at the top go the furthest down, the ones at the bottom don't go that far down, which is interesting. The Stars Man, he says, I'm in that weird part of the game. There's literally whack-a-mole. It's not exactly whack-a-mole, but I guess it has some similarities. I think the point of this, though, Jim, is to get yourself confused and mess yourself up. I mean, this is the easiest mode, remember. So I'll try it on a normal mode after this. I got one more for the time right out. So I got 33 suns. Play again, yes. All right, so we'll do 4 this time. Missile Defense 3D. Eat your heart out. Sound on TRS-80. The sounds are too loud. I'm sorry. Let me lower them. Oh, I forgot. I didn't realize I cranked it up so high before. Sorry about that. I lowered it. Alright. Missile Defense 3D. That's a Sega Master System. Alright, speed level 2. Oh my goodness. Here we go. Oh my god. There's too many of them. I can't see what the fuck's going on here. You can only open one thing at a time. Oh my god. You guys should try this shit. No. This is too hard. It's like millions of them. They're like... Imagine trying to describe this game to anyone. Yeah, I know. They just keep on coming. This is like a no-win situation. And the sounds drive me crazy. Oh my god. Wow. Mash the keys. It won't work in this game. Stars me aces. I'm sure I've seen something like this in the arcades. Like maybe there is. It could be. Just as imagine trying to scare. You know what, Pirate Gear Boy? Like I wish there was a way that I could get, like you could play that I could give it to you. Do a Kirk did he get fast in one stereo? So I got more points this time because I had more things going on. But like that's too stressful. You know yeah, it's interesting. I wish I could experience this in a real 3D format because this 3D is not convincing enough for me. Like, it doesn't... Maybe if it was, like, tilted or something, it was a little more of a 3D effect. But I don't think it would help. It's just... The depth perception of this is not real. I mean, like... I'm just trying to judge it by the size of the ball, basically. The size of the square, I guess. But it's just too hard. So I think I'm done with this game. It's just give me a headache. All right. Well, that was that. That was pretty good though. I mean, it wasn't not like my type of game. Okay, let's put it this way. It wasn't it's not my type of game. It was fine. Just I don't think I'm very good at it, and I don't want to play it anymore. It's not fun enough to play it, but it's very clever, and I think it's very well done. So, in terms of this issue of CLOAD Magazine, Fire Safety. Probably still my favorite, even though it's pretty stupid. Wall Street was pretty bad, and the Suns was unexpectedly good. But yeah, and Pirate Gear was actually more appreciative of TRS-80 with sound. I would be, except when you have stuff like this lying around, like from Big 5 Software, which I haven't played yet on this stream. These guys are the masters of sound and graphics too. Their games are awesome. So we'll get to this stuff too, but. They had really good games. Big 5. The only people that made Minor 49er eventually after they get off the TRS-80. Stars Maniac says it was a good attempt, but there's only so much 3D you can do on TRS-80. I mean, that's true, obviously. Alright, so let us play Quick Watson now. I'm going to load that up. Wait 1 second. TRS-80 Port of Elite. I mean, it looks like it should look good with the black and white, but I don't think TRS-80 can handle Elite. I do have Elite for the PC somewhere. Actually, interesting. That was a system program. It broke out like into DOS or into BASIC pretty normally, which is unusual for system programs. I showed the other day. I got these things. I got a hard hat Mac, and I showed that the other day. One of the first games that EA made. Hard hat Mac. This might be also one of the first ones. This one is one of the first ones. Worms, or it's not worms. It's worms. Worms. It's some kind of really abstract game. And this one I don't think is one of the first, but it's definitely an early one. Axis Assassin, which sounds like it should be like some awesome Nazi game, but if you look at the back, it's like a spider or something. Well, yeah, I mean, I don't think Worms came out for the PC, Jim. I think it's only for like Commodore and Atari or the Apple, maybe. Oh, but I got this. You want something cool? Here's an IBM PC game for Jim. Word Attack. The IBM PC and PC Junior Enhanced DOS 2.0 or higher requires basic 128K and it requires color/graphics. 50% off. Price is marked. It was $14.95, but sale for only $7.47. Brand new sealed copy of this game. Copyright 1983. Davidson Associates. Yeah, and it's sealed. Got over their hands on PC Junior without Tandy. Maybe before Tandy 1000 came out. I think that came out like in 84. And this is copyright 1983, so that my dates might be off, but Tandy was 85. Got it. I was close. Alright. So let's run. Quick, Watson, the game of elementary deduction. Would you like instructions? Yes or no? Prize goes to the first person who can describe this game in one word. The Great Train Robbery has befoiled Scotland Yard. The Great Train Robbery has foiled Scotland Yard for almost a year. Detectives have now narrowed down the suspects to 7 hardened criminals: Snidely, Brutus, Ivan, Nick, Tex, Dudley, and Merle. Where did they get these names from? During the robbery, a guard was assaulted, money was stolen, a railroad car was set afire, the getaway car was parked in front of a fire hydrant. That's terrible. To solve the case, you must determine which suspect committed each of the 4 crimes before the statute of limitations runs out, which is 8 trials. Press enter to continue. The lie detector will help you. A dot will light under the word pegged for each suspect charged with the right crime. 1 dot will light under wrong crime for each guilty suspect charged with the wrong crime. Watson, if no dots light up, all the suspects you charge were innocent. Note, a suspect could have committed more than 1 crime. But if you charge a suspect with more than 1 crime, and he is guilty of only 1 dot will light. So, the suspects are Snidely, Brutus, Ivan, Nick, Tex, Dudley, and Merle. Snidely, Whiplash, and Dudley Do Right. Oh, wait, Dudley Do Right. Yeah, Dudley Do Right. Well, Ivan sounds like Ivan the Terrible. Brutus is like from Popeye, maybe, but... So, assault, felony, theft, arson, and illegal parking. So, has anybody figured out how to describe this game in 1 word yet? If not, we'll have to do trial number 1. So let's say I say, using initials, CLOAD. No, that's too complicated for that. Snidely, say he did the assault. Brutus did the felony theft. Ivan did the arson. And Nick did illegal parking. Here's what Stars Manny was thinking of with the stars. Mastermind! There you go. Jim's figured it out too. Oh geez, this game is just Mastermind. I know, what a ripoff! It's like one of the first games they published freaking for the TRS-80. So you got this great computer game called Quick Watson, Sherlock Holmes, you're to solve some crimes, but it's Mastermind. So I got 2 wrong. 2 of them are right, but two of them are right people with wrong crime. And if you look at the basic listing of this, I'll show it to you after I exit. It's actually quite short, Jim. So it probably was programmed in a single day. Pirate Game Boy says, I was expecting some level of consulting detective. Well, I will say, Pirate Game Boy, at least this is better than consulting detective, or as I like to call it, consulting defective. So we have that. Does anybody want to take a guess for trial number 2, or should I just do it myself? I played the game before the stream started, and I won the first game that I played. Anybody want to try a guess? Or if you don't, let me know, and I will save you the anxiety. All right, so Pirate Game Boy says bits. Oh, you got one pegged, and you got one wrong. So we know that T is not in there. If that helps. Pirate Gear Boy, you want to try again? It was not Colonel Mustard or the Study with a Candlestick. It had to be Snidely or Brutus. One more time? You want to put the same thing again? I'm not doing that. Go for it, Pirate Gamer Boy. What do you got? This is the chance for Pirate Gamer Boy 12 to prove his mettle and see if he's worthy of being the shoes of Dr. John Watson. Which, by the way, the thumbnail for this video is a picture that I took. You want to do that? All right. I'm not sure if that's going to help you, but we'll do it. Oh, wow. That actually does help. So you know that I is near... Wait a second. I'm confused now. So I is there twice, I guess. So I is correct in the so I is the second letter and the second one, and it's also the first or the fourth. There's no B, there's no S, there's no T. I think that's how I translate that. So I think we should try D or M. No B, no S, no T, no N. No. And no N either. I don't think. So I'll try one for you. Let's do M I D I MIDI. I didn't even plan that, but it worked out well. I guess I was totally wrong. What the hell? Okay, I must have just figured this wrong before. It's the T. What? Wait a second. That makes no sense. Oh, it must be the N. This can't be right. It has to be right. It's the N and the T. The N and the T. So there's no D. There's N, right? What the freak is going on here? There's no B, there's no S, there's no M. What? Is this broken? Wait a second. There's no S, there's no B, there's no I, there's no N, there's no T, there's no D, there's no M. Something's broke here. Right? Put in one of the earlier guesses. Let's see what happens if it just broke. The same answer. Refund? What's going on here? I don't understand. Is it possible something got messed up because it was the last program was a system program and I didn't reset the system? That's theoretically possible, but how could this be? Let's see what the answer is. BBSS is nothing. A BBBB is good. It's BSSB. That doesn't make any sense. Number 3 should have been 2 and 2. This is broken. All right, maybe something weird happened because of the way I loaded it. Let me try to reboot the thing and load it again and see if that makes any difference. Because that was just completely wrong. Yeah, I agree. I agree with you, Stars Manny. Let's try this one more time. I don't have high hopes. If it's that busted, oh, here's an important thing here. All Radio Shack computer programs are distributed on an as-is basis without warranty. Radio Shack shall have no liability or responsibility to customer or any other person with respect to any liability, loss or damage caused or alleged to be caused directly or indirectly by computer equipment or programs sold by Radio Shack, including but not limited to any interruption of service, loss of business or anticipatory profits, or consequential damages resulting from the use or operation of such computer or computer programs. Note, good data processing procedure dictates that the user test the program, run and test sample sets of data, and run the system in parallel with the system previously in use for a period of time adequate to ensure that results of operation of the computer or program are satisfactory. So basically what they're saying is they didn't test this thing at all is what I'm hearing. Let's try this again. In order to get out of business. Alright, let's try this again. Bits. We got good luck there. Let's try it. Bidum. Completely wrong. So TS has to be right then, right? I don't have a lot of faith in this anymore. Okay. TNTs. Okay. There we go. Guilty as charged. Jolly good, Watson. You solved the crime of the century. That was the crime of the century? Press enter for scoreboard. Watson Super Sleuth Scoreboard. Number of cases 1, average of trials 5. So, I mean, I don't know if it's like buggy or what, but that first game we played definitely didn't work properly. Why does it have to be in big mode? Hold on. Right, let's list this program. That's the entire program. I mean, that's not a very long program. You see that? Most of it's the text. You know, I tried a mastermind program in like college for computer science class. I mean, it's not hard to write. Jim says, I think specifying the same person in 2 slots broke it. I mean, that shouldn't be the case because it explicitly says in the manual, remember, one criminal could have committed more than one of the crimes, and it said on the screen it said that too. So that should not have broke it. If it did, then the game really sucks. But Pirate Game Voices, you probably port this other platform. So yeah, I mean, you could. Nobody told the programmer. The programmer probably wrote this damn thing. It's probably, it's like my program or something from like, it's probably some college student. And they just like Radio Shack's like, oh, that's a nice program you got there. Can I take a look at it? Oh, yeah, sure, you can take a look at it. I'm like, thanks. See you later. And they're like, now introducing Quick Watson, the best game ever made. That's probably what happened. Remember that instructional fire extinguisher game you played earlier? I remember. Yeah, I remember it too. I remember it fondly. But I guess you're saying it's better than this one, is what you're trying to say. Well, listen, they killed me, winners. But I hope you guys enjoyed this trip back into the past. And I want to thank everybody who's been here today. Stars Manny, Pirate Gamer Boy 12, Always Asleep, Jim Leonard, Pal Puck, Miami Sunrise, Evil Miera, and who am I forgetting? I think I didn't say someone's name. Maybe I got everybody. I don't know. Regardless, whoever I missed, I'm sorry. But thank you very much, everybody, for being here. You guys are pretty awesome. If you're watching this after the fact, make sure you like and subscribe to see more TRS-80 stuff. Little Brick Out is more fun than this. We'll get to Little Brick Out. We're on TRS-80. Apple II is still a ways away. We're still on TRS-80, guys. So like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. We'll do this again soon. Have a great night, everybody. And it will be another stream the weekend. On the weekend, there'll be another stream and another video probably on Thursday, I think. All right, guys. Talk to you all soon. Have a great night. Bye-bye.